All right, guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am so excited because this just came in the mail and I had to review it right away. This is the Venus Extra Large Palette number 2. Here we go. All right, so this is the palette here, guys. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm loving it. I'm gonna hop right into the demo and then we'll discuss the palette, all right? As always, I have my MAC Prep and Prime 24-hour eye base on, so let's do this. I think I'm gonna start with the color Sage. It's just screaming my name. It's this beautiful kind of mint green here. I love Limecrime shadows. That's why I purchased this particular palette. I own most of them, not all of them, but most of them. And when I heard they were doing a Venus 2 extra large, I was so excited because the original Venus 2 is my favorite eyeshadow palette ever. It's one I'm always going back to, I'm always using. So I couldn't resist, but pick this little beauty up. I am gonna focus most of the sage color here in the front and just on the upper part of the crease. All right, once you're happy with that, I'm gonna move on to another color. I think I'm gonna take this kind of warm chocolatey brown, it's called Ripe, and do that in the outer crease, see how this goes. Maybe add a little bit of classical as well, if it doesn't get the right kind of depth I'm after. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of classical on that same brush. It's a little bit of a darker shade than Ripe, and just kind of patting it on the outer edge here. Okay, now the moment we all have been waiting for, I'm gonna go in with this sparkly green shade called Myth. I am gonna spray just a flat synthetic brush with some makeup setting spray. I find with glittery shades like this, it just makes everyone's life a lot easier while packing on this product. Here we go. Woo! All right, that's a beautiful shade. And using the brush wet was the best application for sure. All right. Since there isn't really an underbrow color in this particular palette, I'm just gonna grab my trusty Tarte palette for an underbrow color. It's not really that important, but I'll just go in with the color Stone. Then go back in with my crease brushes. All right, after I built up that green and the darker brown in the crease, I'm gonna put on the rest of my makeup. I'll be back. All right, guys, so we're back with the magic of YouTube. The rest of my makeup is on. Just for the sake of what's on my eyes, under my eyes is Classical, and then I did the new color Obscure in my tear duct as my inner tear duct highlighter. I did purchase one of the Wet Cherry glosses from Limecrime from this collection. It's called White Cherry. I got another one also called Abstract. I think I like Abstract better, but I am gonna do Wet Cherry just for the sake of this video because it did come out with the collection of the Venus Extra Large 2. So let's do it. All right, so that is the color. It's a little bit pale for me, almost too light in my opinion. If you're a light to medium complexion, I would maybe say skip White Cherry unless you want to mix it with something. I'm gonna mix it with Abstract just because I have it right here, and that's another color I got. Abstract is more of a color that I would wear. I love this shade. So we're just gonna mix them together. There we go. If you guys haven't tried the wet cherry glosses, you're missing out. These are some of the best glosses I've ever used, ever. So feel free to give those a try. Feel free to check those out. So this is the completed look. So my thoughts about this particular product. So the Venus Extra Large 2. So I'm gonna start off with some positives, I guess, just because it's always nice to start off with positives, right? Okay, so let's get back here so we don't blind everyone. This really is difficult to show on camera. Okay, so first off, the positive is there's a lot more shimmers in this palette, or like multi-glitter shifts. It's absolutely beautiful. I'll swatch a few, or just put them on the ends of my fingers so you can see. So those are 3 of the multicolor shifts. That's Eve, Thorn, and Crown. I think these are just beautiful. I do like the color scheme. It is a little peachy pink pastel-y with some mint green in there. Very nice color scheme. However, this is where it comes down to the gripe situation for me. So this is Venus 2, the original. Look at the color difference in here. Do you guys see this? This palette looks nothing like this palette here, the new Venus Extra Large. I think that's where they missed the mark. This, by far, Venus 2 Original has been my favorite, best palette ever. It's really frustrating. I love this palette. It was grungy, a little bit 90s grunge, goth kind of look. I love that yellow, that mustard shade, orange, those burnt greens, and oranges, and just, it was different. So I thought I was gonna get something more like this palette, and it's more like this, which is more of this kind of peachy pastel-y shades, which it's not that I don't like. I like this palette a lot. It's great. Works fabulous. I mean, I wouldn't have purchased it if I didn't love Limecrime eyeshadows, which I do. I just think they missed the mark by going with this peachy kind of mint pastel theme instead of going with their original theme, which is more of this grungy look, which is what I love, and happens to be my favorite Limecrime palette ever, is the original Venus 2. I wish it would look more like this. I'm happy I got the palette. I think the palette itself performs beautifully. These multi-shimmer shift shades are absolutely stunning on the eye. It's really hard to show this palette on its own just because it has that multi-reflective backing piece here, so you can't really pick up the colors exactly how they are in person. In person, this is absolutely stunning. I would have liked a couple more matte shades. There's not a whole ton of mattes in here. I want to say there's 4 mattes in here, and then there's other like satiny shades or glitter shimmer type of shades here. Beautiful palette. I do love it. I'm kind of over the whole peach idea that everybody's doing, but I do love the emblem here, and I love the fact that she's got a nose ring in this one, really fun mermaid hair. I do think that's really cool. Overall, I think if you love Limecrime quality shadows, or just high quality shadows in general, this palette is worth picking up if you like the color scheme. If you were like me and you were hoping it was going to be just like the Venus 2 Original, you'll be sadly disappointed because it looks nothing like that, but I do think you will like the color scheme of those pastel-y, peachy pink, and then mint shades as well. If you get a chance to pick it up, you definitely should. You can get it at limecrime.com. I haven't seen it on Ulta's website yet. I'm sure that will happen at some point. As far as the wet cherry glosses, I would skip white cherry. It doesn't really look great on my lips. I mix them though with Abstract, so if you're gonna use it for mixing or doing two-tone lips, it'd be perfect for that. Overall, I definitely think this palette is a must buy, just because I love the quality of Limecrime shadows, not necessarily because it is the same as Venus 2. It is a completely different product in my opinion. It's just how I feel about it. Hopefully in the future they will come and do a palette more like this. That's all we can really hope for, and hopefully they hear the feedback on that. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos. I really do appreciate it. I wanted to make sure to get this video up quick and fast for you. I literally just got this palette, so I'm gonna upload this today. Also too, be sure to like this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I post videos usually on Tuesday unless something special like this comes in. Also, my Instagram is always in the description box and my website if you'd like to hire me as a makeup artist. And I will catch you on the next one.